We're going into taboo territory. And that taboo territory that we're going to touch on, no pun intended, is masturbation in labor. Now, some of you may turn this video off right now. Other people may just continue to watch the video out of curiosity because you know it's going to be a good time. And other people are actually open to the idea of touching themselves during labor in order to help to promote that smooth and efficient birth process. Because there are benefits to masturbation in labor, but this is something that nobody talks to you about. Your OB will definitely not tell you to touch yourself in labor. And if you're wondering to yourself, why on earth would I ever masturbate during my labor? Then think about what masturbation actually does in the human body. Number one, it's going to elevate your oxytocin levels. Anytime there is pleasure, especially sexual pleasure, oxytocin peaks during an orgasm. So if you are touching yourself during your labor, that is going to help to build that oxytocin in your body to help to initiate or augment your labor contractions. The second thing that happens during masturbation, well, actually it doesn't always happen during masturbation, but if you plan to climax during that masturbation, then you need to be relaxed. You can't be tense and then have an orgasm. The two don't coincide together. So it does kind of force you into a state of relaxation and surrender to that pleasure in order to climax. So that's a really great thing in labor. The more relaxed you are, the more you can get out of the way of your contractions and just kind of go with the flow and be in the moment. The third thing that happens when you masturbate is it feels good. There are so many intense, painful-ish sensations happening in your labor that why not offset that with a little bit of the softer, gentler, more pleasurable sensations that come with masturbation. So think about the next thing that happens during masturbation. If you're able to produce the oxytocin and relax and mount a little bit of pleasure, then there is arousal of the genital tissues. When genital tissues, male or female, become aroused, there's additional blood flow to the area which makes them grow. You think about a penis, when it's aroused, it grows, and same thing with a vagina. When the vagina becomes aroused, the blood flow comes and it actually gets bigger in preparation for intercourse. Or, in this case, in preparation for the baby to come out. If you can loosen and warm those tissues up a little bit with a little bit of gentle, pleasurable touch, then that helps that tissue to grow and really prepare itself for a baby to pass through there. And then the fifth thing that happens when there is arousal of those genital tissues, not only do they grow, but then they lubricate. Again, originally for the purpose of intercourse, but also beneficial for the purposes of childbirth, because if there's lubrication in that area and the vaginal tissue has swelled and grown, then again, that is going to help ease baby's entry into the world through that lubricated vagina. Sometimes midwives will put coconut oil or olive oil on the perineum to help to do the exact same thing. Just lube it up a little bit to help ease baby's head out so that there's no perineal tissue damage. But the same thing can happen naturally with your body if you just incorporate a little bit of masturbation during your labor. Now, I understand that this topic and this knowledge and this technique may not be totally comfortable for everyone, and I get that, right? Maybe in the middle of a hospital setting with like your legs in your stirrups, you may not want to be down there like going to town. But if you're at home and you're kind of in your own bed and you're there with your partner can help you out as well. This is the fun side of labor support that nobody really talks to you about. That this can be an intimate, even sexual experience because it's, you know, the exact same kind of physiology as making a baby is having a baby. Get centered and get focused and allow yourself to get into that kind of arousal zone to help ease your delivery, to help protect the perineum with that extra lubrication and that extra blood flow. Basically, I see no downside. So I'm sure I gave you lots to think about here today. That's all I wanted to share with you about masturbation and labor. Think about it. Gentle, loving touches. If you like this kind of information and you want to hear more about natural labor preparation, you can sign up for my webinar that's happening this week over at loveyourlabor.com/webinar. Just give me your name and email and I'll send you all of the details. If you liked this video, please be sure to actually like it, leave me a comment, tag a pregnant mama friend, or share it on your page. I want you to birth boldly and love your labor. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on Brown Roots Baby Talk.